Welcome back to Factorio, the Hyperbase revisited episode. I think it might be up to number 7. I've done a couple of things in between episodes. In particular, I sorted out the fuel as I said I was going to, and I started mucking around with possible builds for the purple science. Mainly because, as you know, there's a huge amount of rail required in this build, so I was looking at options and I started here, but eventually I moved over to a complete test world to do it, and the results I got were kind of surprising actually. We don't need this stuff. What I want to do first up, the other thing I did was some exploring. I flew over here, and you don't want to just uncover the whole world, because that leads to higher memory usage, just keeping the world in. Oh, and good grief, this thing's almost finished. Must be doing these pretty quickly. It leads to higher memory usage, which is a tax on your UPS, but it was worthwhile because I finally found this stone patch, and I stopped as soon as I found it because that will do for our stone supply. What I'm going to need to do is bring over a lot of this steel. At the moment, this steel, we're sending some into here where we're building the furnaces. I think no, that is these guys, that's circuits. So circuits is getting pushed through to blue, which we still need, I think, if I remember correctly. It's getting so confusing, all the various science. I remember back in the days when there were 4 sciences. There was red, green, blue, and purple, and they were not anything like the current. Well, red and green have basically been the same constantly. I've never seen them change those. Thank goodness for that. But these other ones, blue used to be quite a significant jump up from red and green, and then purple was when you killed biters, they dropped stuff, and you could turn that stuff into science packs, colloquially known as alien goo. So this is why before the current changes, this is why I'm starting to have issues with remembering exactly what is what. So anyway, chemical science or blue science has always had red circuits. I think it used to have some other. Where is blue? It's up here, right? What are we actually building here? Or what have we got? Yeah, I think we've got like miners, engines, red circuits. Are we building miners here? Yes, we're building miners in here. So this is going to need a significant change as well, because we don't need miners anymore. That was a massive, you don't need many machines, but it was a massive use of iron. And I don't think we're going to need iron in blue anymore, delivered to blue anymore at all. Because we need to replace iron probably with sulfur. I think I'm already bringing in engine units. Yes, I'm already bringing in engine units. So I just have to replace iron with sulfur and get rid of all of these machines for building miners, and then we can probably turn blue into another thing like purple and like yellow, where we don't need two, we just use one, which will be very helpful. But that also means, where are we getting? Oh, that's circuits, right, okay. Oh, we're needing both circuits here, green and red, because of the miners. Well, that gets rid of a whole row. So that simplifies those things. So we can shrink the width of this because we won't need as many tracks. We're going to have to do quite a lot of major surgery here. And then ideally I would have like a sulfur come up from below, whereas at the moment we are making pure iron, multiple irons actually, to supply all the iron we need. Here probably needs some iron. Yeah, so we need a little bit of iron, but not as much as all of this, so we can probably cut it out, and this one we probably don't need at all. So blue isn't going to be that hard. Green is fine, red is fine, so we are getting there. I just need to work out how we're going to get oil. I mean, the patches of oil I have are pretty amazing, but I don't have very many. I'm running oil trains from up here, for example. Are you full? What's your problem? 500k. I'd say that's full. You don't want to go anywhere because what? Because you can't actually... Oh, they're disabled. So you're just running... this is the cheap version of a train controller. You just enable and disable stations as you get to a point where you need the oil, but we're not actually using it because our formulas for rocket fuel are wrong in many places. So getting back to the job at hand, let's just check some stuff. First of all, I want to check the power grid. Yes, when you have this much as your accumulator charge, you can actually burn at 434 gigawatts, but we're only doing 38.2, most of which is just because we have beacons. Which is also why we're at 60-60, because really nothing's happening right now. Oh. There would appear to be a whole bunch of engine units here that have never found a proper home, so I guess I need to help them out a little bit. That should help. So yeah, part of the plan is to sort out how we're doing our rail, and the thing with rail that you know, there's so much that's needed. Maybe some of the first thought that a lot of people would have is direct feed it into the purple assembly machines. But if you note, you have 3 items, iron, stick, steel, and stone, that turn into 2 items. So you actually have a more condensed output than your inputs, especially when stone only stacks to 50. Which I think that's right, isn't it? Stone stacks to 50. That's for crafting. I'd have to look at something else, but yes, I think stone stacks to 50. It's not the first thing I want to deal with. The first thing is the fuel crisis. The problem we had with fuel. Part of it was due to power not actually reaching down to these bits. So you can see there's actually refueling set up along here, and a train that comes here and drops off fuel. It was not able to do so because well, it was able to drop the fuel off, but power wasn't reaching this area for some reason. I must have taken out a power pole at some point accidentally, so I had to re-establish power. Once I did, it basically fixed this area. There's several independent areas that have refueling, so this is the south refueling. We also have refueling up here somewhere, west refueling. There you go, west refueling, which is just taken off. It doesn't actually have fueling for the train itself, so that's one thing I have to fix. I also have to fix this formula. There's the usual, put in this little injection of light oil into your solid fuel for some reason. So we need to do that. And I believe there's a problem. One of the reasons it ran out is because I think it, for example, B iron 1 refuel, which is here. If we have a look, it's not actually unloading any. I think the circuit condition is not being set correctly. It's not reading all of these guys or something of that nature, and so it's constantly coming out here, and so it's just running out of fuel and doing more trips than it needs to. So I need to sort that out. So that's what I actually want to do first. I have some pipe, so that's good. Let's head roughly in this direction, which hopefully will take us to west refuel. I'm not 100% sure. I think we need to go pretty much straight up now. While this territory does change, especially because of where and how we've done our stuff, it's not altogether 100% evident exactly where you are at all times. It's too similar and too vast as well. This looks a lot like that refuel station. Okay, so first of all, let's change armors over so that I can make some decent progress along here. I've started trying to change this, but then I realized I don't actually have a big enough gap there. I could pull this back, or I could put them through the middle. Actually, I can't pull this back. I'm going to have to do the other option, which is to basically do this. That's how we create some fuel. So, yeah, what I'm going to need to do is see if I still have my pipe remover. So if I use that across here, and we're back and off again, probably to the same, yeah, because it's not set up correctly. I will fix this side of things first. And actually this is probably partly causing me a problem. That's basically what I want. I don't know which of any of these things I need. Let's just get rid of a couple of them. I mean, I could always put this lot into a game blueprint book. Maybe I should. Autosave. Game blueprints. Oh, I see. I specially made a different one for these different resources for some reason. I should really name them. What's that? Don't know. Anyway, copy. I don't want that guy there. Other than that, modules shouldn't matter. Yep. It's very hard to control this jet. I have basically the maximum speed option because, as you can imagine, we have a very, very, very large factory to traverse. Okay, so now we're making fuel properly. I do actually have some belt, so what I'd like to do is get belt along here. That's not going to be as easy as I thought. I could probably put it on the train and then have it come off the train. That might be the best option. So power. You're not connected. That should do. At least this way we shouldn't run out of energy fuel on this train anymore. And yes, we're going to B1 iron refuel. So the next stop is to go and fix that station. I'm not sure if it's the only one that's got a problem. I think this is the correct path. Pretty sure that's not it. Let's B1 copper refuel. Where are we? Up here, perhaps. Is this it? Yes, it is. Okay. What have we got? We have that one. Let's change to our legs. Right, what are you trying to do? If you've got less than 100, enable, disable. Well, the problem is that one only is 100. Do we even have... No, it's not even... This is just coming across here. It's not even connected to these guys at the moment. Green wire. This is what it's supposed to be doing. It's supposed to be reading all of those, and that has now disabled this, I think. Where are we? Yes, there you go. It's disabled. Are there any other stations that are open? No. So the idea is that it's actually got two loops. It's got this one with multiple stations on it, and then it's got this bottom one with just two more. But now hopefully, whoops, I should have, let's just have a look. It should enable all of these to refuel. And sooner or later this line will compress up and this will be able to fill up, and that's it. So we've fixed our issue there. Okay, so if we're going to make some progress on in the area that we need to come down here and have a look at this new stone patch that I have uncovered. Oops, got to be a little bit careful. I don't want to just uncover patches. Let's slow down a bit. Yeah, we need to be down at this one. It's the more you uncover, the more memory you've got using, and the system is uncovering several chunks beyond what you can see. But anyway, here we are. I'm not quite sure why some of these are coded to a particular ore. Or even if this is necessarily what I want to do. I'm kind of thinking, do I have any miners on me? Doesn't look like it, does it? Alright, I've come all this way just to go all the way back because I need some miners. I'm considering doing sort of the mining and build sort of all on site here. That's kind of where I'm getting to. So I want to see what it would look like, whether it would work very well, that sort of thing generally. Oops, up. How many miners would I need? Probably 100. Electric mining drill. Let's get 100. Come on, guys. Surely you have electric mining drills. Pretty sure they are built here, because that's pretty basic in terms of the things that you need and the timeliness. There we go. There's a K in there. So why are these guys not delivering them? Alright, well, I've got my 100 now. And I'm only even using yellow machines for half of this, but yeah, this just doesn't produce things fast enough when you really need it. Do I have enough of other things? I probably don't have enough beacons. I think I multiplied my beacon manufacture a little bit, but it's probably not enough. Um, 50 of those. Do I have electric furnaces? Don't seem to. Let's see. Electric furnaces. Here we go. Yeah, let's try that. Try that for starters. All right. Here we are. So what I was thinking was, let's try and avoid this sort of feeble area and start where it gets sort of rich. What would happen if we had our miners set up to feed directly into an electric furnace, to feed directly into an electric furnace? This is rubbish. We don't need to do any of that. We're not trying to make steel, we're just trying to use stone. So we feed directly into assembly machines. And the assembly machine is making rail. And we... I guess we're going to still have to botify this a bit. But I'd be willing to assume... let's put some... I don't think we can put those... No, we have to use these. And I need to get power here. Where's the nearest power? Way over there. And it may not look like it's far, but trust me, it probably is a very far... Oh, trees. Come on, where is this thing? Up a bit. There we go. Power. You need power for max rate calculator to work. That's part of the reason I did that, but unfortunately that's basically all of my long poles now. Okay. We want... no. I don't quite know where this is going to go. Control N. That is actually balanced. Rate in units 900 per minute. With no further beacons. Okay, and how many do we need? 57,000. So 57,000 divided by 900, that's 63. That's a higher number than I want. So obviously we are going to want to beacon this. Let's just have a look now. Uh, 1144, we still have enough machines. We're now doing 1200 per machine, which is still not enough. Where's the rail going to go? Well, that means that's wrong, doesn't it? Needs to be one closer. I guess I should swap these over for this exercise. And I have cars. You need to see what a few cars will look like. Yeah. We would need at least a couple more. And this thing still needs a way to pick up other materials. $1,500. That actually is enough. Because then I could potentially have a machine on each side. So if I've got 4 beacon sources on my rail, I have enough. Okay. Does this tile in a convenient kind of way? No. We need one space, which is awkward. That does. But that's not really what I want. What I would want would probably be... We're still affecting that, yes. That sort of thing. Oh. And yeah, it's slightly awkward. What's the demand per... Does that tell me? No, it doesn't tell me. If you're doing 1,500 per minute... Well, what speed are you? That's probably the easiest. Your speed has become 6.25. 6.25. So when I look at the rail recipe, 6.25, I'm basically saying that I need 12.5 steel and 12.5 iron per second. Twelve and a half. That's actually quite a lot, isn't it? Doing 1,500 a minute. I don't actually know if one stack inserter would be enough to load a train, to be honest. That's the next equation. So if we're doing 1,500 per minute, actually this will tell me what the per second is. 25 per second. One stack inserter can manage that just. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So theoretically, one of these should be enough, but it needs to be a stack inserter. So I could have, for example, did I bring any? I don't seem to have any of the robo ports. That was a mistake. If I had robo ports along here and robo ports. So there'll be no amount just sitting here. Not sure if that's such a good idea versus loading into boxes and then having the boxes load into a train like you normally would. As in doing something like this, so that when the train pulls up, it gets loaded pretty fast. Rail stacks to 100, doesn't it? Rail, yes, 100. So it's just over a second a stack. 45 seconds to load. Probably going to need 2 or 3 of these trains. Oh, no, wait a sec. We're having it from both sides. Kind of like this. And then bots just supplying the material here. Let's move you. Are you just out of range? That's upsetting. So we would have bots, which I don't seem to have any on me, but they're the same size as Roboports are the same size as that. So then we could have belt there, but it would make more sense for it to be about here. And this would have unloading. Probably, actually, it would need to be these guys. Just to these sorts of chests. So one of them would be iron sticks. Iron sticks, where are the stupid things? There they are. And the other would be steel. And so this distance is minute, and the total amount of stuff this is moving I'm not concerned about. This operation is probably fine, more or less exactly like this. Does it matter that this... No, probably not. So we need something like that. I'd rather do it when I have the Roboports. Let's get the Roboports. Where's my plane? Should be around here somewhere. Down there. Alright, let's go and get some Roboports. Okay, this is where I start getting a little bit lost. Here we go. Roboports here. We've got 303 logistic bots. Oh, yeah, that's a bit of an issue. What don't I need as much of? I'm going to need like 60, 70, some fairly large number of these things. Probably don't need yellow belt so much. Oh, did I have... Oh, I had this off. That's why it didn't bring me stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's run with that. I don't need all of this copper plate. Maybe I should get a couple of hundred of the logistic robots as well while we're here. seems like a good... Oh, do I have them? Can't... There they are. Bring them back, guys. I wanted those. Thank you. Alright, back to where we were. Is it here? Whoops. Is it a little bit further down? There we go. So, this one becomes these guys. Oh. Doesn't quite fit. Interesting. Let's see if this is tileable. The rail to go up a bit further. No, it is not. The robo ports are causing me a problem. I'll add the robo ports at the end. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. And yes, I was getting concerned when I saw that come in, but fortunately it is not an issue. We've run out of a few things. There we go. There's our robo ports. You guys aren't powered. That's fine. We can have... Oh, might as well switch these guys over. What I could do... These areas are not actually powered either. We could move... We could move these guys over. I need to check actually before I get too carried away. That the locations of the stations are going to work for me, which will be another 8 So 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Needs to go down a bit. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, needs to go up. Probably like 2. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think these need to come down 1 for this to work, which we can do. I know, that works perfectly. Now that's actually a fluke. I'll be the first to admit that was basically a fluke, getting those correct. And the other thing that we need to do is find somewhere where we can place power. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we won't need those extra. We have too many roboports here as it is. The number of robots that we're going to need here is not going to be that high. That's certainly my view. I'm going to need some extra resources. And yeah, this can just sort of go in there. I must be making grenades somewhere. I should really get a few so that I can blow this stuff up. But I guess we're basically out of time. And yeah, I'll tell you. So I did some testing of some different patterns, and I'm going to do. I want to repeat the tests and do some more on this computer. But as far as the purple science goes, let's save this episode 7. Hopefully that's what I said at the beginning. And load up. I've got something down here called test. So I was kind of thinking I need to sync mods with save. So I did these tests on my laptop, so I might get slightly different results. So that will be interesting. Come on, system. Probably needs to recache. So basically I stripped everything out of this world, especially biters, ore patches, everything. And then I reused exactly the same world for tests. I'm thinking I may need to play a little bit with the exact parameters, because maybe my methodology is advantaging one version over another. But basically what I've got is a test of a bot swarm versus a direct train unload version that still uses bots, a little bit like the one I've just done, to see what's best for purple science, if this system will ever finish checking sprites. I guess it hasn't loaded this map before, so it needs to recache it or something. Okay, so here we are. What speed is it running at? No, none of that. Slash, I think it's C, is it? Do you need C for game speed? Game.speed equals 20. So this is the design where there's direct unload of the rail, and there is request to chests just for the extra components. And I have, so these are Infinity cargo wagons from the mods that I loaded just before we came in, and I haven't actually got the unloading of this. I've just got sort of Infinity passive providers to test it. If we come over here, so that we're not looking at any of the rendering of graphics, we're only getting like 400 UPS. I don't know if it changes much if I change the game speed. 12, it's about the same. If I made it more normal, so it's definitely working. Of course it works. What about if it was 6? Should go to 360. Yeah. So the game speed command is definitely working. I don't know if there's a maximum it can get to. I think it didn't complain about 20. But we're only getting sort of 400 with this, okay? So if I quit that and load my other test. So this is not quite as much science, but this is the bot swarm. And this doesn't have my current level of bot speed advantage, right? Let's get away from it and zoom in, so we're just looking at me. And if we give this game speed 20, the bot swarm wins. And it wins not by a little bit. It's like 4.5 times superior. So there might be something in the methodology that's not being fair. Because I mean, these are normal passive providers, but it needs the 3 chests. I also need to test 8 beacon. It's remotely possible that an 8 beacon build would be better. Maybe this works better because the bot network isn't as wide, but there's a huge number of bots here. 1565. Now, admittedly, we are not producing quite as much science as the other one. The other one went up to about 9.6, but we don't need 9.6. This would be fine. 8.6 a minute. Massive bot swarm with everything provided by bot. Now, the intention of the purple here is it would actually face the other way and you'd pick it up on this line, for example. Or exactly how it works doesn't really matter, but yeah. Massive bot swarm for the win. Anyway, I'll leave you with that, guys, and thanks for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next. Bye-bye for now.